That's the only thing that can unseat Tinubu. But I did a
Governance. He believes in cutting
video.
the
I
cost of
said, when I
governance,
said,
right? He
what's the
believes
title
in a
again?
Nigeria where the child of nobody can become somebody without anybody, right? Where people are able to be part of a government because, because of merit as opposed to who you know, right? A country where healthcare is accessible, where education, right, is robust enough to produce the leaders of tomorrow so that we can compete with the rest of the world. Anybody that believes in that vision will not look at what people, you think, in fact, let me even confess, the people I've blocked the most are obedient. Sometimes I mute. Sometimes when it's outright disrespectful, I block. Why do I do that? I was like, I'm just sanitizing. I'm sanitizing my timeline, and I want to remain focused on my focus. And this gentleman was doing it time and time and time again, right? Where he would see the genesis of a matter, he won't say anything. And then when there's a response, he has mouth. Oh, oh, elections are over. No, that's what they did in the past. Every 4 years, when people lose an election, once the Supreme Court pronounces a judgment, everybody goes home. There is no more talk about good governance. But we have said, no, we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep on with the pressure on this. I keep on saying they're illegitimate because it's like they're not constitutional government that's in place, right? And because of it, and because the movement, a lot of people who have coconut heads and people who are passionate, right? We push back. If we were like the PDP, anybody that was on Twitter 2015, 2019 or more, even me, I fear to put stuff down sometimes. These people were vicious. There was no law for them, right? And then we have the Obidient movement. We know they go find person fight. They come and find fights. What they wanted us to do was to roll over and play dead. And we said no. And yet, I challenged him. I blocked him. I only recently unblocked him. Right? I challenged him because I remember the time, and I don't know if most of you remember, where they targeted Harry's daughter, my granddaughter, and Oluchi's children. Right? They placed my granddaughter in a coffin. Right? What insults have I not borne from these bastards? Initially, I was forming. I'm British, right? I'm not gonna. I know my pedigree. When I realized that the people you are dealing with, number one, they have no law. So if it is subterranean level they want to go, I will follow them. When they saw that I was responding, most of them left me alone. Who have they not reported me to? Home Office, this, that, tagging security services in the UK, blah, 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 telling me if I come home, they have done everything, and they have done it to a whole lot of us, right? But here's the thing. If you cannot stand up for a movement you supposedly believe in, right? And instead it's about self-interest, then go away, go. Let us know how many of us remain, those of us who are going to fight to the very end. When when PO was in UK it was some days ago, and I met up with him and what have you, and I was like, oh, this, that, and the other. And you know what he said? It was like, anything that is not promoting and selling our product means that we are wasting our time. Right? We have a product to sell. We have continuously sold him, right? And at the end of the day, we know what we want to achieve. So anybody even me plus including me, if I start to move mad or more, step up to me and put me in my place, because nobody is bigger than anybody else in this movement. Have we spent money? We've all spent money, time, effort. People lost loved ones during that from 2022 going forward, right? And continued going. Part of my children died in November 2022. I was in shock for a few days. And then then I had committed to do a space with Stephen Osemwege and for the family of Victoria Chintex, who had been assassinated. Right? I forgot my grief. I carry body enter. And at that time, I was actually ill. All my savings. In fact, every time violence space, we were doing that thing in the northern Nigeria, we're being told that we're not penetrating, blah, 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 blah. And I was giving it my all, but I know there are people who gave more than me. Heck, I wasn't even sleeping. I was on 2 time zones. After I finish violence space, I will go to Stephen. We will do American time. But I'm in the UK. Yeah, I was operating on very little sleep, and I know a whole lot of people. The amount of money that came from people, even people who didn't have, were giving, because it was an act almost of desperation. So nobody can tell us that because they did this, it makes them this big. No, we all have in some ways given to this new Nigerian project. So it's like, for that reason, yeah, I like I said, if I become that person who wants to, who is deciding that I'm not going to put the movement first, and I'm not going to do all I can to bring forth that dream, right? I beg, step up to me. You see me, I've always said I can respect a baby, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, respect is reciprocal, and I don't really ascribe to just because I am this. People, if you insult me and you pay me too much, I'll go block you or I'll mute you if you're somebody I know, right? But nobody should think they're bigger than this movement. Even Peter Obi doesn't think that. And if you remember in those days on violence space, we used to drag him when he used to go and apologize on our behalf. We used to go and drag him. Well, why are you apologizing? When they were calling us fascists, we knew what they were trying to do. Right? We knew what they were trying to do. It was a case of calling a dog a bad name so they could hang it. And we knew that. And therefore, we decided that we were going to resist. And he went to apologize. What did we do? We dragged him. We told him, stop it. And actually, you do that for us. We understand the assignment, and we know the beasts, the demons that we are fighting with. So, for as far as I'm concerned, right, they try and make a big deal about what they have contributed, right? But what he has contributed is not even 0.00001% of what was contributed by the plurality of the Obidient movement. And let us always remember that. Right. I am not discouraged. In fact, I was invigorated after I spoke to him about some of the stuff. And yes, there is a frustration, and I sense frustration in it around not seeing structures being put. And if I was not involved, I would say, oh my God, what's wrong with these people? But being involved has given me a new kind of like, I see it I see it with a different perspective, in the sense that us Nigerians trying to put us house us in a structure is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Right? Managing all our personalities, all our egos, right? All these people who have influence, and trying to say to them that we're not doing things that way anymore. It's been hard. Right? But at the end of the day, right, it's for a reason. And whilst it feels like it's long, let us also, as individuals, contribute to building the structure where in your small area where you are, be it in Nigeria, be it in the diaspora, begin to talk to the people you are talking to before, right? Begin to revise the structures that were in place before, right? Tell them that the project to birth a new Nigeria has not been achieved, has not been completed. Therefore, nobody should stop. If you have been tired, you have had time to draw breath. Now it is time to get ready. We are going again because we always knew that this journey was not a sprint, it was always a marathon, right? And I believe we're rugged, we are determined, right? And anybody that's trying to say, oh, anybody that says, oh, because somebody is toxic, that thing is so funny, toxic, that therefore they don't want to do this anymore. Know they're being disingenuous and know that there's something more to it. It is all about self-interest, right? It is hard for a lot of people to put Nigeria first, right? And sometimes when I want to put myself first, I pull my own ears back. Besides that, I have a 15-year-old, my youngest, who always tells me, oh no, mom, you can't give up. When I'm tired, you're like, no, 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 no. You promised us that you were going to fight to your last breath to make sure that the Nigeria that you leave behind is a Nigeria in which us, as in your children, and those our age mates all over Nigeria and across the world, and those at the age mates of your grandchild, right, are able to enjoy in Nigeria, right? And in order to do that, we're gonna take the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we're just gonna make it work. We're going to make it work. This is where we put self-interest aside and put Nigeria first. And remember, whatever opportunity you have, promote PO. Right? He is the alternative. He is the answer. He's the solution. Let us just bear that in mind. That's what I wanted to come up and say. Thank you, Jack. Jack, I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, Mami Bolanle. Always motivated when we listen to you. Personally, there was a post I made on ITL. I get motivated by persons like you, Mommy Anka, Dede, and Co., who have no reason to vest interest in this struggle and in this movement, but yet you have done so passionately and without any appeal to anybody to appreciate or commend you. It's really motivating and it provokes me every day to go on. It's on this note that I remembered while you were speaking that most of us would always say, we have tried in 2023 and I'm tired. I don't want to do again. I want to say to you categorically that you are in every way wrong, in every shape wrong, in every form wrong. You know why? Because you have only attempted at it once. You've been separated from governance for a very long time. You've been separated from civil engagement for a very long time. And you got back at it in 2023 because you saw the glimpse of hope, you saw the ray of hope, and somebody held the vanguard of it for you. And you trusted that person, and then you followed in 2023. We won. We won exceptionally, but we were hoodwinked and manipulated. That is history now. But I believe strongly that this time around, we'll do all we must do. All round pegs will go into the round holes, all square pegs will go into the square holes, and everything that we must do to make sure that we concretize our attempt at 2027 and we get the best opportunity at it, we do, vis-a-vis the electoral reforms and every other thing. And most of all, synergy of purpose. That's very important. That is very, very important. Thank you very much again, Mommy Bolanle. Dr. Roya, over to you. We are in the organic obedient movement conversation. It's automated purge and exposure.
Okay, before Dr. Roya will go, please, Ubazi, leave the space and come back. I cannot accept your request. I don't know why. Thank you so much. So I can accept it. Dr. Roya, please, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, my people. Jagun, thank you so much for this beautiful space. Thank you, incoming. Thank you, Mommy Barley. That was just beautiful. And thank you for everyone who has spoken so far before the space was, before it went off and came on back on. Thank you so much. You know, the timeline has just been mad, running mad since morning. For people that say they are obedient, are toxic and whatever, something anticipated, of course, is in the figment of their own imagination. Because like never before, the obedient movement is waxing stronger and greater and more fierce than ever before. Just look around the timeline to see for yourself, and all over the ground, even whether or not the obedient movement as they feel. Okay, and someone mentioned about there's something about disunity. Like I posted earlier today, Nigerians are united in suffering and hunger. Man, there's enough unity in Nigeria. You know, I was in the vehicle today and I thought, okay, I parked my car and I got into the vehicle and I was like, let me go somewhere. I didn't want to tell my driver, just hold on. That road was very, very bad. Let me just stick. And I don't know, an argument just started, and I thought I was very patriotic. I was like, Nigerians will have to come out and vote. This 2027 will not take nonsense. We will not. If you see how the people hushed me, Hey God, I said I'm going to get on the space today and talk about this matter. They didn't hush me like, oh, I thought they were going to. I thought they were going to, oh, it's true to vote. They went, Nigeria, we ready for them. We will kill all of them. I had to close my ears. This screaming. I don't know if you watched that video where one lady tried to bring out a poster of Tinubu and put out guns. That's what happened to me today. I was just trying to be very, very patriotic and do like one serious obedience. We're going to vote, Peter Obi won 2023. When they started shouting, we will destroy them. We will kill them 2027. It isn't with a joke. I was like, oh my God, Nigerians are angry. I'm talking about on the ground. This is not be Twitter space where Aki and his fellow miscon are talking nonsense. I'm talking about on the ground today, 20, what do we today date? 5th of June, 2025. Nigerians are angry. Guys, I can't wait for us to start up our movement in essence. Like I was telling somebody, let's start. I was telling my people around me, let us start doing our movement in essence. It's an organic movement. People are angry. But I'll be there in 2023. Don't mind them. They won. We don't try everything. And all year we go kill them. Like we calm down. Communist killing. We go kill. Nigerians are angry. You don't even have a clue how angry Nigerians are, my people. If you are not in the country or you're in the country, you don't have a clue how angry Nigerians are. So all those people talking about the dissipated, they are just heavy jokers. Nigerians are angry, and the only hope they see is in one man who has showed compassion, competence. He has showed character in every way in the person of Peter Obi. He has, His Excellency Peter Obi, he has continued with the good movement, continued donating into different schools and health centers and everywhere, flood victims and all. He has continued to speak out on the space, speak out to be the only opposition in this country. So anybody who they run mouth to they talk something about because of you've not seen toxicity, they have not seen toxicity. Check on my timeline. I'm not a nice person. I'm not a nice obedience. And we are not about to be nice in 2027. There is no niceness about it. If you are in Nigeria, look around your state. Look around, look at the roads. Look at the hunger. Look at the people who cannot eat. People cannot fend for themselves. People cannot pay health care. One of my cleaner, in my facility, they called me, Madam, I need a loan. They don't drive me out of. I had to send money for one of my staff today because they chill out of a house. No money for house rent. And I know how much she earns. So I was okay. How will you do the payment? Yeah, let's do it. I have to give her a loan up front for her house rent. A single mother of 3. The other one, the manager came out, I have one loan. The Nigerians are in turmoil. Then all you care about is talk. This talk will be there. Are you mad? You did craze. Forgive my French, guys. Your head they spark. We don't have the time for niceness. This is the time to take back our nation. These guys are not being nice to us when they are collecting the billions, when they are budgeting a single street light for 210 million naira. I'm talking about waiting naira, right? Million naira. They're not being nice. They are not sorry for you. We're not go sorry for them. So the likes of Aki are so inconsequential. That's why I posted, what is Aki? What is an Aki? What is that? What exactly does that rubbish mean? That you are wanting. Can you get lost and get the fuck out of here? Is it about you? Are you high? You chop winch? People are dying every day. Look at Benue State. Look all over the country. They're talking about yourself and your lousiness and your rubbish about Nigerians are what? This is not time to look at anybody's face. So nobody, like I like what Bolane said, nobody's bigger than the movement. We will all do our bit. Everybody's important, but nobody's more important than anybody. So this is the most trivial issue in the history of Obidient movement. That one rubbish human being called Akin, you should get lost, please. If you want, like I posted, if you want to join Obidient, join everybody. Don't want to join, get the hell out of the way and let us move on. Everybody's needed, of course. We need everybody who can join us. The more the merrier. The more we are, the better. The more humans can get together. The more boots on the ground. The more fingers on the internet. The more money on the more cash. Everything is more. We know that we need the more, the better. But if you're going to hinder us, you're going to demotivate us. If you're going to be sort of demotivation, you're going to be sort of doubt to the people, and just get out of them. Because people are saying, "Are you sure we can do it?" What do you mean? Anything is possible, guys. Anything. Peter Obi will win in 2027. Tinubu is very, very beatable. They will not get too head. If they could do it, in 1919, we can do it in 2027. Even if they messed us up in 2023, they won't do it again. We all need to just be resilient. We need to just ready for our mind to say, this time around, all die and die. Right? We'll go off the way. If we are ready, we can do it. In Nigeria, it's not the time to be nice. If you're all those people to pontificate on the timeline, get out of my timeline. Let me not see you. I will block you. God no. Don't tell me you have to be nice. Obidient should not what? You know, Chris? People are dying. Obidient should not to do what? So you have to raise my voice. I really apologize. My body they boil. Obidient should not do waiting. Have you lost somebody before in your life? Do you know the pain and the grief that lasts forever and ever? My brother just talked about it right now. Do you know the pain to lose one person in your family? Do you know what it means? The tears never dry up. People are dying in their hundreds, in their tens and hundreds every day. You care about the Obidient movement and their talk? Are you not mad? You must be mad now. You're on colos. You are definitely on colos. People cannot eat 3 square meters. People cannot even eat 2 or 1. All we care about is you. Who the fuck are you? I'm sorry, forgive my French again. This is not the time for all this. No, see, as I'm here, so my body they boil. It's how do we get to 2027 and win this election? If we could do 2025, I don't mind. You know, Randy Peter from Nigeria talking about electoral reforms. We are on that matter seriously. Going to meet our reps, going to meet our House of Assembly members, because we're going to do that electoral reform. We will do it too. There'll be mandatory transmission of election results from the polling units. I was the polling unit agent in 2023. We went out the banana. I'm not going to make him out. Where our boots were on the ground. I was the polling unit agent, and we fought for our votes at the polling units. We followed and go collation center. And we were there till almost 9-10 p.m. when it didn't agree to upload. I was like, what is going on? What kind of fucking country is this? Why can I not upload? I was almost crying. We were pressing the beavers, trying. Until they say do it offline. Don't worry. By tomorrow, when the network comes to deliver, not knowing they already did their glitch. Not knowing they already did their work. When I heard my body, I said, God, no. Not after all
Dr.
our work.
Roya, please, 1 minute, we round off. We have other speakers on the
I'm running up right now. Thank you so much. I see you. I hear you. Yeah,
Well,
but let me just round up now. What I want to say right now is that in 2027, if we're going to wait till that time as we plan to do, we're going to go all out. And nobody else matters. Our eyes are on the goal. The goal is getting PO to presidency, and all the other people, all the other well-meaning Nigerians to different positions. That's our goal. Every other thing is inconsequential. And we're going to do it with all that we got. Thank you so much. I yield my mic. Thank you.
thank you so much, Dr. Roya. In a follow-up to what you said, I want to state it categorically clear that nobody is more Catholic than the Pope. My dear, sorry, please, I'm on call. Nobody is more Catholic than the Pope. Peter Obi is the threshold for this movement. And like I said before in my opening speech, Demas saw all what the master did, but still for 30 pieces of silver, he sold him. And when Demas stepped aside, Matthias took his position. So don't think because you are who you are in the movement, you are not expendable. You may have done the past, you may have done everything, but you see this point where we are in a bid to get a new Nigeria. The lady Iconos posted something before I'll call. I'm
This your
coming, I'm
voice.
coming, I'm coming,
Oh, no,
I'm
no, no,
coming
hold on,
back.
hold on. No vex, no vex, Jare. This your tone. You dey drop fire. Your background is.
There is no, it's only the fan that is running if you can hear me. It's only the
Okay.
fan that
I
is
can
on.
hear you just dey. I dey talk say
Oh,
you no dey give fire to the fire. I mean, you no dey give captain to the fire.
my
Keep
brother,
on.
calm down. Me, I dey check some things, don't worry.
Just hold
Um,
on. No vex.
I,
Hold on.
Iconuso
Let me.
said something. I wanted to read out something the lady Iconuso wrote. She said, Obedience, let's get to work. Everyone has a role. You want to run? Start building your CV. Show your receipt. 2, party agents, form your 3-man team now. Backup for your backups. Canvassers, get ready to knock door to door. Share your flyers and talk to people. Finance crew, can't be on ground. Save ₦1 daily. Every kobo counts. Media and PRO, writers, memes, creator, social media managers own the narratives. Design squad, graphic video editors, animators, start stockpiling your content. Musicians and creatives, jingles, skits, parodies, movie cultures and arts, tech and data, build tools, secure data, analyze everything, logistics, who is printing the flyers, get bosses, halls, speaker, your key, legal minds, no INEC rules, protect candidates, block sabotage, mobilizers, by tribe, region or religion, speak your people's language, diaspora obedient, fund, amplify, connect, we are global. Why we wait for our leaders to align? Start fighting out where you can plug in. And I will tell you, we have not done even a fraction of what these mad dogs did in 2012, in 2015, in 2019, and in 2023. We never killed anybody, but we had countless deaths in 2023. Young Jen, before you go, Osaro was here. Osaro, please, if you have the mic, unmute yourself and you have the floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, incoming virus. A man who always goes to cool spaces when he's in a noisy environment. Jagun, how far now?
My
I'm not going to speak. All right, I'm not going to speak much. I think it's time people start thinking like politicians more often than not than just doing things. Oh, movement. Yes, the movement is there, is good, but we won. We won very, very loudly that this structure of a thing is going to cause problem. But some people who felt they are the owners of the movement because they have large followings, or because they have access to PO and all that. They felt it must be structured. This one was looking. Let me tell you, you see me, ba, I no go see pussy, ma go dey knack yansh, go talk am as e be. Like it or not, in this movement, I have seen interest. You dey hear me? Na Edo State now from come. And if I want to make a post now, not my post, I've seen it, it has caused katakata on WhatsApp. The interim leadership, they said they should conduct the structure election in Edo right now. They're already bending the matter, and I'm fully aware what is going on. In fact, I'm not even interested. Let me even tell you. Let me just tell you guys the truth. Um, it's about, oh, okay, you know this one, take. Oh, you know this one, take. And when this person, my name was there. When I saw my name, I just laughed. Me, I know the fine position. That's now my life. I don't look for position. Look for me. I don't look for position. I've said it. This time around, I'm facing my life. You understand? Anywhere I can. Because before movement came, I have been doing a lot for humanity. I don't need to start posting. You know, people like to post a lot. You understand? I'm into showbiz, but people do not know I'm into showbiz. But I don't showcase. I have my own document. I have my own evidence. You understand? If I want to start playing real politics, I have a lot of things to show. You dey get me? As we speak right now, I'm going to post. People have been complaining from support group in Edo State. People started forming urgent support group, submitting names. These are the people that they want to use to do election. You understand? I've never attended any meeting because I know that's not how things are done. So if you come here and tell me, oh, you don't have interest, my brother, my sister will tell you it's a lie. Let's not lie to ourselves. Politics is all about interest. You understand? And I think it's high time we should tell ourselves the truth. I think I made a tweet. Was it Monday evening or Tuesday morning? I can't really remember. And I just look at Obidient. I laugh. You see, most of these people that call themselves Obedient, let me just tell you, ba, a whole lot of them will be worse. They will do far worse than what it is. Brain. If you're a human being with conscience that could say, oh, why did this person make this sort of tweet? Like, let you even inquire. But do you know what Obedient we are doing behind my back? It's what, oh, he's a mo, oh, he's in this, oh, he's that. That was what there was on their concern. If I tell you what I passed through in the hand of a fellow so-called Obedient in Edo State, a fellow Labour Party member, if I tell you, if I narrate my OD, if I narrate it, do you know I was in cell on Monday? Are you guys aware? So I will tell you, I want to tell you guys, and I will submit.
Waiting happened.
Let me submit, don't worry. Let me tell you. You see, I'm not somebody, although I'm not against people who always post they need help, soliciting for help. I'm not against that. But I'm somebody that always like to deal with my shit my own way. You understand? If you say oppression, not be say shoot bad. I feel oppressed, but I hate oppression. And that's why I know they like oppress anybody. You understand? At the snap of my finger, if I want to do you things, I will do you shit. You get me? But I've always fought on the side of the people. I've always put my life on the line. In fact, when the police brutality was going on in Edo State, I was the one that pressurized some of my leaders in the Edo State of House of Assembly and said, look, a bill that will regulate these police activities in Edo State must be done urgently. And as I speak, that bill has already been submitted. They are on recess now because of Salah. From on the 16th, that bill will be read on the floor. You understand? But I did not know that me, that is fighting against police brutality, that somebody that calls himself an Obidient, that somebody that calls himself a Labour Party member, was trying to use that same police against me. You want to file a case of cyberbullying? Meanwhile, you know how Obidient are. And you know that you are the ruling party, you are in opposition, and you are trying to exploit that cybercrime act that we are trying to fight against because it's a draconian law. Very soon now, this one go say you dey mad, the other one go say you dey crazy, the other one will go screenshot and go print and come outside. You go use and say go file petition against you for station. Instead of say, okay, I go sue you so that this one go bring the lawyer, that one go bring the lawyer, una go court. I asked the police inspector that called me. He called me on Thursday and he said, I don't want even to talk the matter. So I asked him, I'll just dance around it. I said, look, who filed that petition against me? He said I should come to the station. That's what he said to me. I said, who is the petitioner? He said I should come to the station. What's the petition all about? He said I should come to the station. And when I got to the station with my lawyer, I burst laugh. Because for me, I was thinking it was an APC person. And I was, oh my goodness, I was over ready. But lo and behold, it was a so-called Obidient, a so-called Labour Party member who wants to aspire or who wants to contest the senatorial position in my own senatorial district, which is Edo South. We had a back and forth in our Labour Party state platform. He screenshotted some of the things, some of the heated. I was the one that was even threatened, and he added the threat to life. Now he's saying he wants to withdraw this thing. Now the entire money I spent, lawyer, bail, logistics, because when I enter, say I don't give Presido money. I don't give fellow inmates. I was with criminals, hardened criminals inside the cell. I don't give them money. When I was leaving, because when I heard some of their stories, I was like, no. When I was leaving, I still went to give them money. You understand? So I said, who is going to? My mom had to miss, as I speak to you, I'm in the hospital. I can do a video for you. Now, private ward. I know if my mom come hospital for admission, a private ward I they pay for. Not the state general ward. You understand? My mom had to miss a doctor's appointment because of me, the ordeal I went through. So if tomorrow I now come out and say, look, because I went through, then sometimes you have to listen to the voice of. And that's why I said, Aki might not be, how will I put it? It might not be your favorite. But you cannot just write him up and say, oh, no, is it no? You don't do things like that. Things are not done that because you don't know what the ordeal has went through. I'm just dancing my own. I'm just dancing now because my own now, and now you want to start. Like I will make an example of that person because he lives in the US. He lives in the US. So he's saying a new Nigeria is possible. Is that how they live? Is that how the rule of law work in the US? By sending police money, maybe you send them $500 or $1,000 to try and see. The police was bragging and said, you supposed to just do 3 nights. And I said, listen to me. You look me like baby. You look my face very well. I know the law. Now when you don't know law, now you will fear. It's not a criminal case. I'm not a kidnapper. I'm not an armed robber. A case of you curse me, I curse you. You insult me, I insult you. Then you can't keep me for 3 days. I said, they don't burn you well. I did tell them, for your phone, they don't burn you well. I said, look, if you are not careful on this case, I go unleash Gandusa. Now power, we go use them. Nobody will not get connect. You understand? Some people did this movement when they use Peter Obi, they make name. You want to say they're not there? Man, mention name for you. Go to PO Media Center, who they repost in own ambition. Go and check. Then you can't tell me say no interest. I beg you, no arrest you.
Oh, oh, Saru. I'm sorry for what you went through. Though I didn't really catch the picture, but well, um, I've always been comparing. The first Salako on this very space about a month ago was threatened, business threatened, life threatened, but we didn't hear toxicity. I'm trying to speak with regards to Akin Toge that you said maybe it's going through some of his own demons. We didn't hear toxicity. But you see, there is a problem within the fold, and I know that the fold, that the movement itself will purge it out. Young engineer, please give me a moment. The movement itself will purge itself, like I said on the topic. We have so many bedeviling issues. One of the conspicuous ones is classism. That one is perennial. Another one is this sanctimonious doctrine that we have boxed ourselves into. That's the second one. Those two are bedeviling us currently, because you would have people who think that you don't go fire for fire. But I tell them that maybe because you do not understand the politics currently that we are in and the reality of things. We are in a captured state and we are dealing with not regular politicians. For the first time, we are having non-regular politicians in power. For the first time in a very long time. At least the ones we've been having, they've been part-time politicians, that are part-time ruiners. But currently, we have full-time people who fight only for their pockets, and we can see the consequence and the fallout, the malady from the nepotism and the ineptitude in government and in our corridors of power with the appointments. We've seen the WAEC episode. We've seen the JAMP episode. We've seen the CBN episode. We've seen judiciary. We've seen even political parties without ideology. We've seen National Assembly standing on the mandate of the executive. And I asked, how do we teach our children in this primary and secondary school in social study that there is separation of power and that the legislative arm is always to query and check the executive for their excesses so that there will be balance of governance. How do we teach it to our children in their homeworks, in their school? How the teacher teach it when they see all of these things? So we are at a time where, like Momibola said, on the precipice, where it is either we go hard and jettison liberalism so that we can save what is left of the soul of this country. I am a victim of the economic woes of this country from A to Z. Where I cry every day, I contain myself every time on the space so that I don't bear my emotions all the time and block reasoning away. Some of us, we don't conclude. Say, going into this 27, whatever it will take, we will wear the handcuff. Gladly, we will laugh. Inside handcuff. Because it don't reach level. It don't reach level. In my language, they will say, if you can't swing the arm, you put it on the head. That's what we have got to do. See this country as your father's estate and be wary of any stranger who is coming to take over your bequeathed inheritance, like our common patrimony, Nigeria. Let's go to young Joe, engineer. Then by 7, we'll wrap up the space because of wavelength space. Okay. Go ahead, young engineer.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. No.
Good evening, young engineer. You are loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Okay, let me just make a start by this thing. I heard what the last speaker said. We, Nigerians, we are the reflection of our leaders. In the sense that most of us, they complain, say, our leaders, when they talk, then they do this, then they do that. But if you look well, if we did that same position, we go do and pass them. We go do and pass them. Then for this movement, they like a Luther movement. They like a Luther. A big pass you, a big pass me. So make anybody no talk say yes, without them the movement no fit move. If you feel say without you the movement no go move, come out now make we see now whether the movement no go waka. The movement go waka with or without you. And this interest of a thing, most people, some people waiting into this movement, some of them they here because of gainsay, because of name, made them see say then they waka, now then they do this, now then they do that. Some of them no they here to serve. That is just the truth. They just there to say yes, I the obedient movement. If you look into it very well, some of them are not here to serve. Because if you are here to serve, leader where you say you be, you go listen to the next person, whether the person go school or you no go school. As far as say the person they talk waiting makes sense, you supposed listen to waiting the person they talk. But for this movement, you know yourself, I know myself. Some people get different mindset for this movement. Make I use example of what happened for my state for this obedient movement. When they set the ESCOs for my states, some people came say, when obedient movement started in my state, say now then come outside, now then start the movement. I don't understand. You start which movement? Say now your papa business. Because say you start movement, means say now you won't come lead for the states. No be so now. You never see where we say governor go there as a governor. Maybe he go down the finish in 8 years tenure. Then within his cabinet, maybe commissioners, House of Rep members, he go see say this one no dey trustworthy. He go bring another person wey dey trustworthy. It means say those people no dey with am. So wetin me I want to talk be say for this movement, we should be very careful with the kind of people we put into position, because some of them are here for against. Some of them are here for the fame. Some of them they here to use the movement, make money, not for the interest of the people, but for their own personal interests. Imagine when person go tell me say this movement na money say Obi himself say na big man saying the feed in family or say him no feed in family say if the movement no go bring money, say him no deal. And a person wey say he wan lead the movement, now tell am say guy, you no fit work for these states. If na wetin you get for mind, you no go fit work. You say you wan lead the movement. Already the governor now don't give you motor. The governor now say he wan go another party, and you say you wan lead the movement. What is the probability that your loyalty no go dey with the governor? You dey feel me? So that is just it. Some people are just in this movement to make money, not to even think about the what other Nigerians are passing through. Go Benue State. I was in Benue last week. I was in Plateau last week. Brother, no be to fly for jet or no be to fly for aeroplane. Use motor, use lair, use road. For head, say because say na their papa office. If you tell them waiting there.
Well, young engineer, we are losing you. We can't hear you anymore. I don't know what's going on. Maybe your network is bad. Sound mind, if you would go ahead, if you are there, go ahead in 2 minutes so that we can We're about to wrap up, and someone is requesting the mic. Okay, let's take the request and then we'll wrap up with this last person. Someone, if you are there, and if not, we just come straight to the new person on the speakers section. I think the person is yet to even come up. All right. Someone, go ahead. Then we'll come. Okay, the person is up. Gary Payne. After Sound Mind, we'll come to Gary Payne, and if there is no other speakers, we will just draw the.
If we are already closing up, the last speaker can take. Maybe I will speak on violence, please. No.
All right. Gary Payne, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, Mommy Balande.
Well, Pai Botoladimeji is still me. It's me incoming. I had a very serious glitch, so I had to switch to Gary Payne.
Badagry Shakespeare, if I catch you.
Now so him go switch. Now so him go switch to APC now. You don't the switch. You don't the switch. Nah. No,
Anyway, thank you everybody for coming to the space. I so much appreciate. I know that we are getting gingered, we are getting equipped, we are getting ready. For you to understand that it is no more business as usual. For you to understand that we are growing mature and we are going inbound in width and in strength in this socio-political obedient movement. Is it with this pointer that we are beginning canvassing for election and we are doing it as if the elections is tomorrow? Thanks to Tinubu and the APC gang who have really ride the atmosphere for us to see it as the most important thing now to save the country from these ruiners and particularly their enabling elites, the likes of the Prof and Co. That's another conversation next time. We'll come around with conversations next time about the elites that corroborate and enables these ruiners, that really edges them on in their impunity towards us. But by and large, it is a good thing for me because I see farther than the bridge of my nose and farther than what's in front of me, most especially when I sleep and have a dream. So what I'm saying is that you and I are so much ready. And what we've been speaking for a long time, that we should take leadership within our proximity, in our community. Let's take leadership. That was what birthed the idea of boots on ground. Let's take leadership in our environment. Commit yourself to bringing up persons. Let your socio-political life, in this time, we're not talking about church, let it influence the people. Let it come to a point where when they call upon you, you can come out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons, and you will be sure that they stand on the mandate of the people. And on this note, let me tell us, and let me remind us that we must continue to trend this hashtag. Let me quickly put it on the jumbo stone.
That's the hashtag of rig and die. I think
that's what I'm saying. Calm down, co-speaker. That's what I'm saying. All right, hold on.
As he's trying,
this is it. It's on the jumbo throne already. So let's spread that gospel that Peter Obi is coming. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's get on Waveling Space and then continue the robust conversation of getting Nigeria to where it is and betting a new nation. So, God bless us all.
As you're living once again, let's not forget. Let's get to work. Everyone has a role. You want to run? Start building your CV. Show your receipts. Party agents, don't wait for anybody. Form your 3-man team. Back up for your backups. Canvassers, get ready to knock door to door. Share the flyers and talk to people. Finance crew, can you be on ground? You can't be on ground, rather. Save 1 naira daily. Every kobo counts. Media and PRO, writers, memes, creators. We have the narrative, let's own it. Design squad, graphics, video editors, animators, start stockpiling content. Musicians and creatives, parodies, move cultures, win the heart. You guys in tech and data, build the tools, secure data, analyze, logistics. Who is printing flyer? Get to bosses, halls and speaker. You are the key. Legal minds, no INEC rules. Protect my candidate. Block the sabotage. Types by religion or religions. Speak your people's language. Diasporans obedient. Fund, amplify, connect. We are global ops. While we wait for our leaders to align, start fighting, figuring out where you can plug in. No idle supporters, no standby observers, only active participants. When the whistle blows, we don't start preparing the move. PO is coming, and this is the narrative.
Thank you very
Please,
much.
let's get to work.
Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much. Thank you very much, Gerapin. Thank you very much, Ikonuso, for that piece. It's a beautiful one, a very beautiful one, Ikonuso. I reposted it also. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nigerians, well-meaning Nigerians. Thank you, Obidient Movement, guys. That movement is organic. It isn't dying, and it will continue to purge itself of the bad eggs and the bad elements. I yield the mic and I close for the day. We'll be bringing more topics that are more, how do I put it, that are time conscious and relate with real event issues so that we don't get hoodwinked and manipulated out of our purpose and the target we are on. Have a good evening.